Now we're going to go into more things related to design, but it's not going to be under this menu where we were previously in previous videos. We're going to go into data settings again. Um, However, this time last video we were into filtering out which data sets we're going to be looking at. So we're going to step away from this for a time being and go into what are template settings for this particular publisher. In template settings, everything you can see at a glance is been defaulted to being off. We're going to go through each one of these. So here is my publisher. And the first one we're going to go to is the one called Hide Search Summary. So if I hide the search summary and I press save, what that is going to do when I refresh, this is the search summary right here of the total count that I have. When I refresh my browser, it's going to hide this. Right? So now that's gone. Most people might like that, so let's put that back for now. The hide more details link. If I enable that one and I press save, the more details link is this one right here, where it says more details right there. If for whatever reason you didn't want a more details pop-up box to appear like it does right now, if you did not want that button to appear, I just toggled it off, I refresh my browser, and now it's gone. I would recommend keeping that as well. Most people like it. So let's toggle that back off. Open more details in a new tab. So let's try to put that one on. Open new details in a new tab. So not only are we now going to get the more details button back, there it is, but also instead of having that pop up, now what's going to happen is when I click on more details, it's going to be in a new tab. This is something that a lot of people like, where you could, in this case, if this publisher is for students to see where they could go abroad, they could see they could do architecture in Paris program, short-term faculty-led program. Never mind that it's in the University of Angola, pretend that's the University of Paris in France or something like that. And you could take this URL web link and you could email to the student and say, check out this program. So that's why people like the more details in a new tab. If I want to turn that back off, we can see what that looks like again. This is the traditional way where I just have to refresh the browser. So what traditionally happens by default is that just a pop-up on the page. So they remain always at this URL. So let's leave that back off for now. Let's try for the next one. Show institution by relations. So if I enable this one right now, show institutions by results by institution. So by default, it's showing relations by relation. And you get this American University of Angola twice, and it seems a bit repetitive. So there's kind of two different relation records with this same institution. Same thing as here. University of Buenos Aires, there's two, or maybe even three with that one, right? Three. And as things are looking quite repetitive, why I highly recommend you use this button and toggle it on to green here. If I refresh my browser, we're going to see what this looks like. Basically, it's going to take that American University of Angola and it's going to indent the two records that pertain to the one institution. So it's a much better flow, or it's much better display. So University of BA, and you have the 1, 2, 3 records there for that one institution. So I'd highly recommend using that one. Show countries in a horizontal scroll. This one goes hand in hand with this bottom one, freeze the country scroll. We're going to see what these two things look like. I do recommend applying these as well. So right now, the country scroll is vertically on the left. We are going to change it to be, it's going to be horizontally across the top with little flags. And as we scroll down the page, it'll remain at the top. Let's watch what that looks like. So refresh my browser. Now we're going to see it's across the top with a little flag. Looks nice. And as I scroll down, it's locked to the top as I scroll down. So I definitely recommend those two. Hide the map is pretty self-explanatory. Gonna hide the map, see what that looks like. Refresh my browser. So here's the map. If I refresh, the map will be gone. For some reason you don't like the map can be gone as well. And the last one is Show PDF download option in the More Details tab. That one I recommend putting as well. It's pretty handy. It certainly doesn't hurt anything. What that will do is when we have this More Details tab, right now there is no little PDF icon, but after I refresh my browser to enable the change that I just made, I do that same action, you're going to see this little PDF button, and I can click here and I can get a PDF of this. So those are the different template settings which you can recommend. The ones that I recommend that most clients have is these four, certainly. And it depends on how they want to use it. But sometimes this open more details in a new tab. Some clients like this one. Very few people hide the more details link. It's possible. And there are some people that hide the search summary. You might see that in a different video for different reasons that they might want to hide that search summary.